been a while. How's everyone doing? I hope
Been a while.
you're all having a wonderful
Been a
morning,
while.
afternoon, night, whenever you're watching this. Happy time zone, everyone. We're back with the Breath Between Branches, our Wildsea story. Hope everyone's doing good. How are you all doing?
Doing great.
Good.
Excited to be
Yeah?
back.
Amazing.
Yeah. Doesn't everyone look good? Everyone looks good. A few announcements before we get started. We have all of our shows back finally. We have Heirs
Yes!
of Honor, penultimate episode is back Thursday, and Blood Money is finally back this Friday after I think Blood Money's been on hiatus even longer than this show has been on hiatus,
yeah,
actually.
over-
A little bit, yeah.
Like 6 weeks, I feel like. They're finally back.
Go watch our YouTube videos, though.
Yes,
Our
you should
solo
catch up on
sessions.
YouTube. This is a good time to do that. YouTube.com/MadGRPG. Catch up
Or
on Heirs of
solo
Honor. Catch up on Blood Money. Catch up on Breath Between Branches. Yeah. And lots of our other shows on there. And more to come. And more happy fun times coming soon. And if you would like to talk to us about our games, our shows, what the latest friend swap game you're about to play with your friends, about how bullshit Cyclops is in Marvel Rivals, you can join our Discord, discord.gg/MadGRPG, where you can talk about all of that with us there. Oh, thanks for the raid.
Hello, Raiders.
We're just getting started,
Thank you.
so
Hello.
that's perfect timing. Welcome to the Wildsea. With that, I guess. Okay, and thank you for the resub. With that, I think we're gonna get started, guys. You ready?
Always.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got me so bad, you make it all slow down, not getting closer, you're killing me. You thought it's over, I'm waking alone now, not getting closure. I knew that it was seconds from you losing me, but I just couldn't give it up. And all the time you said you wanted me, when you know we don't get along like we used to. Went along with everything you said and done for me. You'll never love me now, but you'll never know. You got me so bad, you make it all slow down, not getting closer, you're killing me. You thought it's over, I'm waking alone now, not getting closure, you're feeling me. So done running around, I'm so done looking for love, don't call me. So done running around, I'm so done looking for love so blindly.
And we're back. Oh my God, so much happened last time. You all went through and survived a living storm, had an epic ship battle with a ghost pirate ship, managed to loot them, take a bunch of their booty, pun intended, onto your ship, found an old friend, one of Visha's old crew members, Marcus, and have nothing but blue skies ahead of you as you are getting ready to continue your long journey to harbor and your even longer journey to try to track down the Onyx Star, the crew responsible for Aizuesco's, I don't know, abandonment, trauma, probably responsible for a few of your trauma at this point. But to start us off and get us all in the mood and get us back into character, I always like surprising you all with these. What does your character do when they've had a really bad day or a really long day? We're going to start with Momo. What does Visha do when she's having a really
Slay.
bad or long day?
I think as she does have that nice little med bay that we've installed, I like to think that there is a little section where we keep little medicinal herbs.
Mm-hmm.
And when she is feeling a little stressed, a little anxious, angry, though if it's angry, it's a little more aggressively, she will go and she will harvest the little medicinal herbs. So like pluck all, like off the leaves, for ones that, you know, are leaf based. She'll grind up some roots. That's the one she saves for if she's angry. You know, really beat the shit out of those roots. And that is her way of harnessing her bad energy, bad mood, whatever kind, into something that is useful and productive, because that's just truly, it's that sun scraper part of her that's like, be productive all the time, no matter what you're doing. Help people.
Time
but
to
I
move
think,
on. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what she would do if she was
Okay.
upsetty.
Stormbeard, what does Skel do other than dissociate into 1,000 tiny spiders?
Skel, after a long day, whether he got beat by some sort of monkey creature or gets shocked by lightning and has to recuperate, he finds solace in the dark crevices of the spirit root, whether it's in the cargo hold or if it's curled up next to, well, it would be the engine, because the engine upsets him, the vibrations. Or the crow's nest, somewhere where he can kind of just like, you know, you said besides breaking off into a group of spiders, but yeah, he kind of like, you know, like if you were to like, you know, lower your shoulders, like to exhale, he kind of lets like his visage kind of just relax, and the spiders relax, and maybe he still has some sort of humanoid form, but it's definitely more amorphous
It's
than
like
it
a
is
human
when
becoming clay or putty or something.
a little bit, yeah. He gets a little bit of, you know, a little bit of putty, a little bit of clay, and kind of just the spiders can move about. They're not so rigid, and he likes to kind of just let them do their thing a little bit, as he is a hive. So they kind of have yard time inside. It's so weird.
True. Sparrow, what does Aizuesco do after a long day?
Well, that's an interesting question, because I think what she would do before meeting a living storm is very different than what she is doing now.
Oh, okay. Well, what is she doing now? Or what did she do and what is she doing now?
I think she probably would have done something similar to Skel, and he probably would be found somewhere below deck. But now they are very prominently on deck, and they're just like looking up into the sky. And it's not like a sense of like daydreaming or wonder. It's like they're plotting. It's
Okay.
like they're kind of like out on the deck. They're in kind of a tight pace, and it's like they're kind of muttering to themselves here and there. It's like they're planning something out, or it's almost like this encounter has started to rework in their brain how they're going to approach things. So they're kind of they've lost focus on the rest of the crew, but they're definitely focused in on something. But that's something someone would probably have to approach them to learn more about.
Yes, and we'll see if anyone is brave enough to do so. They've made some inroads on that recently. And speaking of, we go to Usulbard. What does Captain Vesh do after a long day?
Well, normally he would spend time with people that whose company he really appreciates. Um, but with circumstances being out here on the Wildsea with a new crew that he barely knows, he doesn't, feel as comfortable, especially after everything that happened. Ship's damaged. We met a god, potentially. So at first, I think what would happen is he would be off on his own, thinking, contemplating, clearly not really wanting company. But that wouldn't last long, as there would be a sort of anxiety that sets in when he's not doing anything, and so he would sort of snap in the opposite direction. And I think at first, he'd be like gingerly stepping aside, like watching Aizuesco look into the sky on the deck. Would leave them alone at first, but then I think that they would want to talk to people.
Cool.
So I can imagine that there, he might have had passing conversations with each of the crew, but for Aizuesco in particular, if they are, waiting for someone to approach or waiting for something to happen, at some point, Vesh would approach.
Okay.
I think it's less that Aizuesco is waiting for someone to approach and more that they are. It's like it's almost as if like you're giving a kid who has a passing interest in hunting like their first like airsoft rifle, and now they're just like, you've opened up a new world of possibilities to them. Forgive the crass metaphor, if you will, but they have learned a lot about themselves, and it's almost as if like they're going, okay, this has got to change. That is like they're plotting out new things. They're answering new questions. So it's not so much assertive as it is introspective, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. But
you can approach them all the same. It's just like it's not like they're in the way.
Just because we've been off for a while. But I do remember, and I'm sure this left an impression on Vesh, there was some very clear resentment about how Aizuesco had felt forgotten by the captain.
True.
And Visha had previously tried to bridge that gap a little bit. So I imagine that might be weighing on several people's minds at this point, especially after having come out on the other side of the storm. But yeah, what would Vesh say to Aizuesco upon seeing them looking wistful, introspective?
I think that at first they would approach and just give them company. Maybe stare up at the same sky. Just try to put himself in their shoes. And if they didn't say anything for a bit, he would offer yeah, I guess he would a simple, like, straightforward, like, everything all right? What are you thinking about? Just straight to the point.
Captain, greetings. You need something of me?
No. Just making conversation.
I see. What is it on your mind, then?
I'm thinking about home, if I'm honest.
Feeling, what is it? The ardent term? Sick of home?
Homesick, I think.
Hmm.
No. No, I don't know if I'd say that. Maybe a little resentful.
Hmm.
Have
Resentful
you...
of your home?
Well, I guess resentful of feeling the way I feel now. Just that maybe there were things about home that I didn't appreciate.
I see. I feel similar, but in the opposite direction. I feel things of home were not so appreciative of me.
Well, maybe we have something in common there, actually. I never fit in with the rest of my people. Not really. When did you leave home?
I apologize, Captain Vesh. The home I speak of was the Onyx Star. In this instance,
I see.
my parents, I believe you would call them, are good, appreciative. I feel gratitude and a appreciation for them. But the journey on the Onyx Star was necessary. Thus, the unceremonious discardment of my self feels bad.
I see.
But it is something I plan to remedy. And there's something of a wolfish grin on her face now when she says that part about remedying the situation. And the electricity that you normally see kind of just like latent, like in a latent way in her left arm, is now kind of like more across like all of the surface area that you can see that isn't covered by cloth or something else. Like it's like you can kind of see it in like the pudge of her tummy. There's like a blue hue that like kind of threatens to outshine the darker brown that is there normally. Same through her right arm. And it like almost is like up, like it's like coming up from her clothes, like under her neck area. It's not quite reaching her face per se, but it's like, it almost looks like it would be an infection, but it is that same like that like cool blue hue that emanates from her left arm. Like she's charged. So you do not have to worry so much about me in that regard. I know what I must do.
And do your plans involve remaining on the ship with us?
For the time being, I will be blunt with you, Captain. The thing that I must do, you may find distasteful.
Well, what is it that you feel you must do?
The storm that threatened the spirit root, did you feel a sense of destruction from it, perhaps?
Did I feel a sense of destruction from it?
I wouldn't say in any kind of spiritual sense, but you certainly would have felt like it could have destroyed the ship if it wanted to. Yeah.
Yeah,
like It was
yeah.
a horrible, destructive force. Not
No, my
horrible in terms
natural-
of malice, but horrible in terms of nature.
Okay. Well, what I saw looked like a destructive power. I couldn't tell you what I sensed from it. I just know that what I saw was powerful.
That grin remains until the end of this next sentence. Well, the Onyx Star must feel the same.
He'll leave it at that. He'll turn back to look at the sky again and just leave the words hanging.
She
Oh, go ahead.
to end the scene so you may move on. She feels a sense of pride, like almost as if she has moved a piece into checkmate with that sentence. And as he walks away, she nods to herself. There's a sense of confidence growing in her. And it's almost like you were leaving her laboratory and she goes back to work and she's back to thinking and plotting and planning, but now you know more that like she is planning to destroy this ship like wholly.
Oh, that was cold
Mhm.
as ice. That was pretty badass.
Yeah.
We go to Visha.
Me.
I believe you are still in, I don't know if I'd call it a lab so much, but it's a lab of sorts. Lau walks in and just kind of sits down silently for a moment and looks very contemplative. Miss Visha, I
Yeah.
strongly suggest we make anchor here for a while.
Why are you telling me this?
It is not that I am not close with the captain. It is that, well, I have been on this ship for some time now, gotten to know how each of you reacts in different situations. And through the stress and agony and trials of combat, I have seen how each of you react under pressure. Captain Vesh wished to put those spirits metaphorically to the sword, and you offered an empathetic hand to them. I think you truly are a healer. You truly care about people. And I can tell the people on this ship need your healing.
She kind of gives a nod, like, oh, that was a lot. Okay. That was all very nice, and I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't think it was, if it wasn't worth doing. Is there a reason you want to stop here?
Not here in particular, but Youngblood doesn't look like he's doing particularly well. Sprite seems more unsettled than usual. And, well, he kind of like looks out the window. There is a giant hole in the side of the ship.
Yes, we should probably fix that before another creature scurries its way through.
Yes, before more strange creatures decide to come in and steal other parts of the ship.
Right. Well, I am happy to be your messenger.
You're not a messenger, you're my confidant.
Well, I will pass along the information. And maybe I'll have an easier time with it. You're not hurt, are you?
Me kind of looks over. No, I'm solid as a spit made of metal. And he kind of gives a smile.
Good. Perfect. He is Zelicray, is he not?
Yep, he is Zelicray.
I'm happy to do this for you, but there was something actually that I was thinking about that you might have a better time doing than I would. Or rather, your advice on the matter.
Happy to help if I can.
Skel, he's kind of been, what's a good word?
Guilt-ridden, unconfident, isolated.
Yes, those actually all are perfect. And maybe I want to help, but maybe it's something that I'll never understand. You know, what he
You
went through.
May understand in time if you want to, and with your surgeon-like understanding, I'm sure you could. But I'm happy to interpret this weird aspect of Zelicray culture if you would like.
Yes.
Some clutches are, well, there's perhaps no better word to say than superstitious. Superstitious about the arconautic and mystical all in one. It's very hard to tell the difference between arconautics and true magic, or whatever that means. His home fell into a pattern of very bad superstition. I don't know if cursed is the right word, but his people thought him cursed or lesser than. No perfect translation, but I suspect, unfortunately, Skel has begun to believe it himself. And if my nightmare in the living storm was anything like his, he may be feeling it even more strongly right now, despite his outstanding work with his cannon. You enjoy his company.
Of course. He's a delight.
Yes, then perhaps you can help him. You've helped so many people.
Well, that's the goal.
Goal? You've already accomplished so much.
Why would I stop? It's not like there's a quota.
Well, you've already lived a very full lifetime of saving people and doing your best to help. You lost your life for it.
Yeah, less risk now.
He actually laughs at that. I will spare my dourness for you then, Visha.
It's not like it's some burden or anything.
Well, I'll go make sure that none of the other members of the crew require any your aid, and I'll see that Miss Sprite helps them if so. I think
That
you
would be
should
good.
be tending to the emotional needs of our very battered crew.
Ooh, fun.
And he kind of nods and shuffles off.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sweet Lao.
Does Visha go to see anyone in particular, or are you still just going to be resting by yourself for a bit?
We should probably go relay. Well, she won't say that it's Lao's idea, but she'll go find Vesh to let him know that we should drop anchor somewhere for a multitude of reasons.
And when you get up on deck and Skel, you can obviously see this from the crow's nest as well. I'm assuming you're still up there.
He is.
You see a very small dot of land in the horizon harbor, and behind you all you can see the foundered ship that you all decimated before, and you can see maybe they're trying to repair it, maybe they're going to abandon ship. You know, they're all dead, so it's not like they're going to starve to death, but you have enemies behind you and land ahead of you, so you have options. But yeah, you would see Vesh sitting kind of like looking at the sky, sitting next to Aizuesco when you go looking for him.
She would go plop in between them if there's space in between them. Which I imagine there is.
Yeah. There's just enough space.
She looks between the two of you.
So, we are going to drop anchor, right? So we can fix the hole in the side of the ship and maybe gather some supplies?
Yes, we need to take care of the ship. I don't know if we're going to be able to just patch that kind of destruction with whatever we find about in the Wildsea.
We should go somewhere then. We'll stop
Yes.
somewhere.
And we need a means to trade for services. So,
Well, I did just harvest quite a bit of medicinal herbs. That's a start.
That is a start. It's good. I'm feeling like our crew is finding itself up against feats that and challenges that are more dangerous than or more costly than I would have imagined.
We're doing pretty well overall, I think. And she kind of looks between you and Aizuesco. I mean, after all, we have the total powerhouse over here. And she very gently, she's very cautious of personal space with you because she knows, but she does give a tiny little lean on you, just very quickly, affectionately. I think we're safe.
You get a smile from Aizuesco that isn't the same Vesh that you saw, that more like from earlier, that more like aggressive looking like smile. This one looks a bit more sheepish and almost embarrassed, maybe a little. But she accepts it all the same, and then he looks down at Visha and for a moment gets a little serious. I will do what I need to protect you and this ship.
Well, I appreciate that, and I will make sure you're in fighting order to do so.
I have no doubt of the capabilities of this crew.
Yeah,
But on
we're
a
the best.
completely on a different note, we do need to be prepared, and we need a working, functional vessel.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to get our act together a little bit. Might mean that we might need to take a detour, perform some work,
Mm-hmm.
do something to build up some amount of assets that we can use to trade or further ourselves in some negotiation if needed. That's what we're lacking right now. We're not prepared. So we are going to, he pulls out his junction notebook. We're going to decide on what our best course of action will be next. There are a couple of places that I've outlined here, and he starts going into the pros and cons of potential junctions and ports that we could go to for whether, there might be work here, like he might be able to get a lot of messages to pass on, or, there's known trade opportunities here, or no, something like whatever that might be in the local areas. He'll have already thought through, and part of what he was doing on deck when they were sitting there was like planning through this stuff.
And as you're doing this, you hear from the communications device that's in the crow's nest into the helm, I guess. Whether it's electronic or it's just a brass tube where the voice travels down.
I like
when
to
you go
think
the
it's
music.
a brass tube. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Captain Vesh.
Yes, Skel?
Solid ground ahead.
Solid ground? Is this expected? Asking above table. He's looking through.
Yeah, you knew that harbor was coming close. You might be surprised how close you managed to make it, but judging the distance, you're probably about a day's journey away. You're not that far.
Well, all right. That's good. So, we will embark and look for opportunities, right?
Wait,
Can I hear on the communication thing? Is it a
Yeah,
private thing?
you're all there. It's
Yeah, we're all
not.
together.
Yeah, you can hear.
well, I think that's just fortuitous timing. I happened to bring this up. Skel sees land. Seems like we're meant to do it.
All right.
Onward and
So-
upward.
Yeah, so is that a plan then?
We go.
Or are we dropping anchor here like Lao suggested?
No, we're gonna go to this land. I think. That's my vote.
Yeah.
It's only a day. And we get to land somewhere.
One more day. Anyway,
One more.
We're gonna land, assess, and at least Vesh intends to have more meetings and just decide where are we going next. Let's plan something more sustainable is the idea.
Okay. In that case, it's time for a journey. Are we switching up any of the usual spots, or are you all manning your usual stations?
manning usual stations for Aizuesco.
Yeah, same. Gotta stick with what you're good at.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You want to do something else?
I'm thinking.
Don't. Feel
I'm
pressured.
assessing.
Do what your heart guides you to do.
You could always take over helm and Vesh would figure out something else to do.
Hmm. No, the usual. I had to assess. The usual.
Usual, yes.
For now.
So you can take a montage if you're choosing not to be on watch. So if you're, I think usually it is Vesh on the wheel, Visha is it Visha tending the engine or Aizuesco tending the engine? I can never remember. It's been a while.
I believe it's Aizu, but
Aizu tends
I'm
the
happy to
engine.
switch
That's
if
what I thought.
necessary.
I agree. I think
And
it's
then
usually
Skel
you.
up in the crow's nest looking.
Yep.
Yes.
And then what are you doing, Momo, or what is Visha doing?
I think every time that we've done this, I've had something else that needed done, so I usually do those.
So currently, there's a lot that can be done. You could, I think you still have some supplies to repair the ship. That's the other thing I wanted to mention. Bijan, you mentioned that you don't have that much to trade. Well, you have just acquired it from the vessel you looted, where you got
That's true.
2 giant crates of meat, a crate of 2 crates of wood, a crate of salted meat, and 3 crates of fresh fruits and vegetables. So you have a lot of things to trade
living
and or
large.
your own supplies for a
Yeah.
little bit.
That's good. But it's mostly food, right?
Mostly food, but food is valuable. Remember, there's no currency
Yeah.
in this world. It is all barter. So food is...
Is this more food? Like, is this food last a long time, or is it like, is this too much food for us to utilize?
You probably will not be able to eat all of this before it starts to go bad. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of
Okay,
food.
okay.
Like the salted meat will last for forever, but the vegetables and the fruits, 3 crates, that's like a month's worth of fruits and vegetables. Like that's a lot. Even for your crew. Maybe for the crew this size it's a few weeks, but it's still a lot. So you have options. But yeah, Momo, you could take a montage and talk to the crew. You could repair the ship. You could do a lot of things. What are you feeling?
Can I montage therapist?
You absolutely can montage therapists. That sounds like a great idea. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna roll for the ship and see what you all you all go through, but feel free and roll. You can have Visha roll for tending to the crew, and you can pick the edge that you think is most in line with that. But definitely tend is the skill.
I'll do Grace and 10.
Okay, that makes sense.
Six, 3, 1.
Triumph. Okay. And let me roll for the ship. Okay, I got it. I will let you take the reins and narrate who you talk to, what you talk to them about, and I can kind of tell you what happens from the people that you talk to as you're like making your way and checking on everyone as the ship is sailing.
Okay. I think I'm gonna kind of just so I don't, there are a few people. I will lightly describe, I think, a little bit what they would
You
do
don't have to
and
go
talk
in
about.
depth. It's okay.
I assume there is some small piece of metal. I'm sure Lau has some around just because. But I'm picturing like size of a pot, like a little cooking pot.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you have cooking pots, yeah. And then Lau
Yeah.
has plenty of metal if you need extra scrap metal.
Yes, I would take one of those, and I would go to Youngblood because Youngblood is needing some time to commune with the stone.
Ah, yes.
And we cannot touch the ground yet.
No.
But metals are found in the earth.
Mm.
And we will start a small, tiny... Is this risky? Yes. The world's teeniest little fire in this metal pot.
It's very brave
And we
of you.
will... Yes. And I will sit hand in hand with him. And we will try and commune with the stone through the metal in the pot.
For
She
the
doesn't
most,
know.
Yeah. For the most part, he is quiet. But you know how you can tell like the difference between someone who's super tense and someone who's relaxed, even if you don't say anything? You can tell throughout the time that you're spending with him, just being there and knowing that you're trying to take care of him and that you were thoughtful enough to come and try this. And, the communing with the stone itself.
Mm-hmm.
He actually seems, for the first time in a while since his kidnapping, seems to actually look a little bit more like his old self.
Yay. We love to see it.
Skel, a few hours into your journey, the island of Harbor, up ahead, you start to notice small little gaps in the thrash ahead of you. And as you're looking in these gaps in the thrash, you see them like very close together. You see 3 different shipwrecks just maybe an hour or two outside of Harbor once you start getting close. You're not going to collide with them. You have plenty of time to avoid them because you've seen them on time. But the question is if you want to investigate them or do you want to avoid them and keep going? And that is a decision I will leave to you and the rest of the crew.
Captain Vesh. Shipwrecks ahead.
All right.
Far out, no danger, but thought you'd want to know.
You know what? This might be an opportunity.
Salvage?
Absolutely. Could find
About-
something valuable.
An hour out. At this speed.
He's gonna sort of look to the sky again and contemplate for a moment. I think it's worth it. Let's change course.
There's still clear skies ahead.
Aye. About 15 degrees starboard.
And without making a further announcement, the spirit root will start to change course. He'll make the necessary adjustments.
Understood. You approach the Wildsea. Well, your ship, as you all know, has several holes in it. You haven't had any unwanted visitors in your hours of sailing during the day, but it's getting close to sunset. It's not dark yet, but you don't have long before it becomes it. You've had some invasions. There's small little insects that have begun to come into the hull. You've gotten more Krezerin in that you usually get because the seals are loose. It's a little bit more of a weary journey than you're used to. But when you get close to the ships, you see that they're actually wrecked no more than a few hundred feet apart from each other. Skel, if you would like to see what you can see, to try to get a good description of them, I'm happy to
would.
relay. How would you
Yes.
like to do that?
And
If
it's
you're
you said it's
specialized.
still light out?
Yes, it is still light out for now, but you'll probably within an hour the sun will begin setting.
How far are we from the shipwrecks?
Oh, you're coming up on them now. Less than a few minutes away.
I want to first I want to scan for any hostilities.
Yeah,
If there's
looking
any
for sense of danger.
Yes.
Okay. Feel free.
A 5, a 4, and a 1.
Okay. You scan around. There are ships, but all of the ships that you see, kind of looking through spyglass, most of them are not equipped with weapons, and all of them are going towards harbor. It doesn't look like anyone is paying you any mind, but there's, we'll say, 5 other ships out on the wild waves. But just kind of from what you can tell, it doesn't look like any of these ships are responsible for these wrecks.
Can I get a sense of if they are fresh or has the thrash grown into them?
Yes, I was hoping you would ask that. With your roll, you can tell these are very fresh. Not today fresh, but certainly within the past week.
Oh, okay.
It looks like they were all felled either around the same time or within a few days of each other. You don't know if it's part of the same battle or different battles, but very recent.
Okay. He would relay all of that down to Vesh on the helm. But he wants to, whether, and then I'm trying to think here. He would relay all of that to Vesh, and then he would, I can get a better look, but I need to get closer, Captain.
Yes, of course. Let's get in as close as we can while maintaining some safety. And he'll try to ease them in, trying to get a good angle as close as possible.
Yeah. Let me think. What would you say is a good? You know what? We'll use the ship's ratings for this.
Ooh.
Let's roll your tilt, which unfortunately is currently broken, but you still have one. So I'm going to roll 1d6. Okay. It's a disaster.
Oh
Sweet.
boy.
You don't have any trouble getting close. You certainly don't hit the ships. But what does happen is as you're trying to get close and trying to drop anchor, you get a little too close. And with the holes in the side of your ship, this normally wouldn't be a problem. You would just slither on by. But you get caught on one of the ships, and it's lodged in the side. It doesn't cause any more damage, but as soon as you realize you're hooked, you realize if you try to unhook without fixing the problem, you would cause damage. But you are right on top.
Captain, a little too close.
And he'll nod and make the adjustments immediately.
So you're gonna, okay,
We are stuck.
you are stuck.
The bow of one of
Yeah.
them is like up against ours.
Yeah. So if you try
Right.
to just, I think even with your inexperience, you can feel that if you try to just go with force, you're going to destroy their ship or your ship or both. So it's probably
Okay.
going to require some finesse to dislodge you. Gonna have to go in manually. I don't know why I made that motion with my hand, but you're gonna have to
Going manually.
Go in manually.
I'm going in manually.
Oh God! Happy Tuesday, everyone. So yeah, you're gonna have to go in manually and dislodge you.
Let me scout the wreckage. And I want to use my swarm scout.
Ooh, love it.
And so he's going to clamber down from the crow's nest, and he's just going to go to he's going to, fall onto the, jump, whatever, onto the deck. And he's just going to put his hand over the edge, and then one single spider just crawls out from his sleeve into the thrash. And I want to scout this wreckage that we're stuck on to see if it is safe, if there's people hiding inside of it, if there's a bunch of dead bodies. Yeah.
Yep. Let me just make sure I remember your yes. Okay. I'm looking at I would say, well, you don't have sense or study. I don't know what a good skill is for searching the ship, but edge, definitely instinct makes sense. But you can do this all remotely with your spider.
That's a 4.
Okay. It's so funny how you put that, Chris. We must be on the same wavelength. Immediately,
We usually are.
You notice on this ship there are dead bodies. I wouldn't go so far as to say it's a mass grave, but you see at least 6 different people on the deck of the ship who have died. And it looks
On
like
the deck or inside?
on the deck. And then
Oh, okay.
so it looks like the crew that was manning the ship. And I wouldn't give this to you, but because you are a cannoneer, I will. It looks like they actually died from arms fire. Whether small arms or large arm, you're not sure, but it looks like impact damage from bullets or cannon or something. Welcome, Raiders. Inside, it takes you a bit, but you hear whispers of people, and your spider eventually you get to, and you find 3 people huddled in an internal room, and you hear them just whispering, "Shh, don't make any sound. Don't make any sound. They'll leave. They'll leave. They won't find us." Just people scared of you down below deck.
Captain,
Yes, Skel?
I count this many dead bodies on the deck, and there are this many hiding, sounding afraid underneath.
There are survivors.
They are whispering, could be a trap, but only 3 that I can hear.
Only 3? Did they seem heavily armed? Prepared to fight?
The corpses on the deck died from firearms. The 3 said, "Don't make any noise and we will leave." They sound desperate.
Oh,
But
were
we
gonna
are
make a lot
stuck
of noise scavenging.
nonetheless.
It's true. I don't want to scare them, though, and prompt them to do anything. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. Prompt them to do anything hasty or out of fear, right?
You know how to talk to people. Maybe you should just go say hello.
Maybe we should. Could be an opportunity. All right. Maybe we will head over to that ship and see if we can find some supplies and maybe anything that might help us get free more easily. At least get some. Yes.
We will need some sort of chopping tool. We
could figure that out. I'll head over there, perhaps with Aizuesco. Does that sound appropriate to you?
You're
You-
asking me.
As Skel says, you are asking us.
Just a general opinion. Are you okay with staying here, Skel?
Of course, yes.
Just in case there are more people that we haven't accounted for.
Aizuesco, do you want my small cannon?
I appreciate the offer, but I feel it is better in your hands. I am inexperienced and I may cause more harm than good.
That is fair. I will keep an eye out. And if you need me, just yell.
All right. Okay. If we do encounter people there, we're not trying to start any fights. But if they pose a threat, and he'll just trail off a bit.
Aizuesco will nod as you trail off.
You can see that he's a bit conflicted, but he understands. He nods with a resolve.
Aizuesco
when
understands
you
the
say that.
assignment.
Yeah.
Understood. Check mark.
All right. Just a reminder of our status.
Mhm.
Our Wave Rider, our what's it called?
Outrider?
Our Outrider, that is out of commission, right?
Currently, yes.
That's out of commission.
Gonna have to go wave walking.
Yeah. So
Though
is
not
our
not
other.
very far because you're hooked on this thing, but yeah.
Yeah.
A further question of status, Firefly. You mentioned Krezerin earlier,
Mhm.
kind of hitting up against what I assume to be the edges of the hole in the ship. Okay. Aizuesco is definitely making a note of that. And if there is any nearby, she is just going to kind of just draw her finger along it, and it's just gonna
Start snacking.
Do we have
Absolutely.
rope or any kind of grappling? Anything that
Yeah,
we can?
you've got
We
rope.
do.
Yeah, and the spirit
Okay.
root, Chris. If you already know, you can rattle that off.
Yep, we have the survival station. Flares, flags, grapples, wraps, and emergency rations.
Okay. So do you think that Skel, maybe you'd be able to function some sort of way of launching the grapple over? How close are we? I mean, do we need mechanical help, or can I
Now you could
throw it?
probably just throw it.
Grappling.
Okay. Well, I put the idea in Skel's head. Yeah, it might be a good idea to have a grappling hook of sorts.
Captain, we are connected to the ship. I don't think shooting a grapple will do much good.
Okay. We don't need any assistance getting over there. I thought
Well, you might have to go through the trees a little bit, unless I mean you could crawl through the hole in the ship and get onto their ship. That's totally fine if you want to do it that way.
I wanted some sort of stability just to assist with the wave walking, you know.
I
if
got you.
For
I
some
got
reason.
you. In case things go wrong. Yeah, I got you. I don't think
Yeah.
it's a bad thing to do. Hey, you guys are having an in-character conversation. The facts are the facts. You are connected. You could get there. It's not very far. But hey, safety first, you know?
You could tie this rope around your thorax and then attach it to the deck.
That's true. That'd be a good safety mechanism.
If you fall in, we can fish you out.
Amazing.
That was amazing.
It's like there's a million tiny spiders all broke out into laughter at the same time.
I love it.
That was amazing. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that gives Vesh a pause at that. I think that might be one of the first times he's experienced that.
Visha is teaching me jokes.
Nailed that one, buddy.
Thank you.
Absolutely landed that one.
Good use of my skills.
So we'll use the rope as a sort of safety mechanism just in case, and we'll start making our way over there.
Okay. Let me see.
I have no points in wave walk, by the way.
Yeah, use an
Just-
edge. This will not be very difficult, but just use an edge. What edge you got?
Tides. Go with the flow, right? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
I'm exploring the branches. Or I could do no grace. I have grace,
Grace-
right?
grace is
an
even
edge
better.
of
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do grace. Okay. Ooh, a 6.
Okay. Yeah, light as a feather, get onto the deck, and you do see the carnage that Skel described before. People clearly broken apart by bullets, cannons, firearms of other kinds. You can't tell. There's some holes in the top of their deck. It looks like this ship did have weapons on it at one point, but they've been removed.
He'll look around a bit with Aizuesco, kind of assessing as much as he can. But then he'll call out, if anyone's here, and I know that you are, we're not here to harm you. We were just looking for some salvage before we realized you were here.
For a moment, you
But we
just
can offer
hear-
help if needed.
Yeah, for a moment, you just hear the creaking of the ship under you as it's straining against the branches. But then, after a long moment, you finally hear a shout, as if after deliberation. Are you people?
Vesh will look at Aizuesco. Last I checked,
You're sure you're people?
well, are you sure you're people?
Very sure that we're people.
I'm as sure as you are.
More silence. Okay. We'll come out. And
And Vesh will wait. Yeah, we'll.
you hear the sounds of wood below feet coming from below you. The ship's kind of like off its axis a little bit. So while it's not difficult, it's a little annoying that you're not like on an upright ship, and the thrash is, a little bit above you, your ship a little bit above this ship. But eventually you see two Ectus emerge from below, and a small Zelicray with them.
Just a quick point of order. Aizuesco is not in any sort of combat stance as they emerge. She is just standing besides the captain as if they're just two people trying to figure out what's going on here.
That's fine.
One of the Ectus comes up and... Hi.
Well, greetings. Is everybody all right here? Looks like a bit of a nasty situation as he
They-
eyes
They look
the
at
bodies.
you. They look at the bodies. They look at the ship. They look at you. No, not particularly. But we won't die now, probably. You're not going to kill us, right?
No. No, I was more worried that you were going to try and kill us. You were
Great.
hiding. I mean, was there anything you were hiding from in particular?
Yes. And they all kind of look down.
Is this your ship, or were you stranded?
We stole it.
Ah,
And we're stranded.
when they say that, Aizuesco kind of just gives a little bit of a okay, and she just starts looking for stuff to take.
Real.
She just like nods, and then like it's like she just turns 90 degrees and just starts looking for like is there rope, or like is there
Yeah.
stuff we can take, because they say they stole a ship, so
Similar
they're
thought,
coming with
but
us anyway.
a little less blunt. I think he takes a little longer to get there, where he goes, "So, this isn't your ship."
No.
All right. And he's gonna watch Aizuesco as they.
The one of the Ectus points, is that your ship?
That is my ship.
Can we get a ride?
Some may argue it was stolen, she says, with like a turn back and a cheeky little wink. Like only one of her ink blots just like closes at the captain, and then she's back to looting.
You see a flash of I don't want to say anger, but there's a touching a nerve, right? As Vesh turns back. Well, some people would be quite wrong about a lot of things, wouldn't they?
She does not respond to that.
Great.
He says he reasserts with more authority. That's my ship. He points to it.
Wonderful. Captain, can you give us a ride to anywhere but harbor?
Anywhere but harbor. Well, I think we're going to need a little bit of a explanation here. And maybe we'll need to talk. And he almost looks a little sheepish as he says this. Cost for such a service.
They look down. Well, there's a ship you can have.
What? This one? And he
Yeah,
points to the wreckage.
yeah, she's like, yeah,
around.
yeah, this one.
No offense, but we kind of already have it, don't we?
I mean,
It's not your ship.
I mean, technically, no. It's
Fair salvage.
we can cook.
Interesting. I sense that you're trying to avoid a certain topic of conversation, and I'll be honest, it makes me a little hesitant to want to welcome you aboard. Unless
Whatever you want to know. Whatever you want to know. What do you want to know? We just get us out of here, please. Thank you.
Why not harbor?
It's where the Garls are.
The Garls?
And they kind of like look at you, but then they take a hard look at Aizuesco and they stare for a minute. And then they look up at your ship. And then you're the spirit root.
You've heard of my ship?
Oh my gosh. You're Captain Vesh, And that's Aizuesco, and that's the spirit root. Oh my god, we're saved. We're saved, honey. Oh my god. This is
When they name Aizuesco, she like freezes like you caught her doing something she really wasn't supposed to be doing. She's had like an undercurrent of like almost arrogance since she talked to her maker, but that just like stopped her cold.
How do you know us of our crew?
What do you mean? How do I know you? You're famous. You saved an entire civilization from a spit being dropped into the ground, and you overthrew the authoritarian government on the concourse? You're freaking legends.
Interesting.
There's a whole rebellion,
Arrangement of
and then she
events.
stops and says nothing.
Okay. He's going to look to Aizuesco. See how she reacts.
She has not turned. It's very, if I don't move, they won't remember I'm here. In fact, if you would permit me, Firefly, she has like rope just like coiled over her left shoulder.
Yeah.
And is like in the middle of like grabbing like a large piece of wood, but she like her fingers are on it, but she refuses to close her hand. She's just like half bent, just like you just see the rope and just like just won't move.
Okay. Well, that's not a bad reputation to have, he says, addressing them again.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we are just negotiating how this rescue will function.
The little Zellic ray kind of like, you see it's like clicking mandibles for a second. Is it true that you have a screw named Lau who lifted an entire spit out of the thrash?
Where are you getting this information from? This is all right. And he's a little taken aback by how many details they have.
And is it true? And then you look, and one of the actors is like, shh.
What is what true?
Oh, there's this silly rumor that you're trying to go to the conflagration. It's nonsense.
Yeah, just nonsense. It's just you can tell there's just a little bit of bitterness when he says that.
Yeah, but yeah, you can have all this stuff. You're not gonna kill us because you're the spirit root. That's good. Yeah, anywhere but Harbor.
Okay, could you just expand a little bit more about what the problem with Harbor is and the Garls? Is that what they were?
Yes, the Garls. Yep. Well, you see, like I mentioned, you're all very famous now, and people heard about you hunting down the Onyx Star and Aizuesco's ousting, and people got it in their head that they wanted to help. So when the Onyx Star came to port, they told him to piss off.
And how did that go for them?
You know, we thought it was going to be okay, but then it didn't go great because then they sent the Garls on us, and now they're all there in Harbor. And so we we would like to not go back there anymore.
Okay. Let's get you aboard the ship and we will figure out our next moves.
Captain. She has not moved, but you hear her voice.
Yes.
I fear we are going to have to find these Garls against our new friends' wishes.
Oh. It might be inevitable.
Might
Oh.
is, if you will forgive, I would revise the sentence to say it is inevitable. If not for the spirit root, then for me.
You have business with them?
I have business with the Onyx Star. If they send these Garls, then they have business with me.
So you want us to go regardless, that makes sense.
I want to go. Whom attends alongside me is up for discussion. But perhaps we can get these people to safety first. There's a little bit of begrudgment you can hear in that sentence.
And Vesh is just calmly taking the data in. He's taking the time to just assess it and weigh his options out. And he sits for a few moments thinking. I think we'll need to see what our best routes are. But if you intend to have business with these Garls, then, well, we need to do what's best for us right now. Who knows what'll happen if we have to take a major detour.
Perhaps they will force the detour upon us. And unfortunately, we are worse for wear at the moment. I am encouraged, but not delusional.
Like I said, I think we need to assess our options. And he taps the junction notebook that he always has in like his pocket there. Yeah, he motions that we should get back to the ship, and he's going to suggest, like, as they're walking back, you know, talking about like, okay, well, where do we want to go next? How far is the closest reputable rattle hands that can repair the ship? Is that a reasonable distance away? Will we need to trade in the meantime? All these logistical issues, you know, like.
Working it
So,
through.
Yeah. So what would be the do I need to make a roll for that type of thing
I would
in
say,
my
yeah, probably tides or yeah, tides is probably your edge, and then I don't know what the skill would be. You tell me.
I
Oh,
assume
actually,
study.
do you have there is a language that's good for this, and I don't know which one it is. I'm looking.
I have low sour and chthonic.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, say what you're saying again.
I was just thinking study would
Yeah,
make the most
study
sense.
makes sense. Yep. So you could do study and tides. Okay, triumph.
6.
So there are a few different places you could go. You could go back to Cloud Island. That's option 1. That is the most stable alternate location because it's not a spit. It's not an island, but tall shanks tend to last a long time. There are 2 other spits that are supposed to be nearby. One of them is basically due north. It's about a 3-day journey. And another one is southwest. Southeast, and it's about a 2-day journey. Of course, southeast is the opposite direction of where you want to be going, so that's going to backtrack you a little bit. And north, while not the opposite direction of where you want to be going, is still out of the way, but are options. And then, of course, Cloud Island is basically exactly east from where you are.
Without caring about what's going out of the way, what's the closest best option for repairing the ship? And conversely, what is the best? What is the most busiest hub? What has the most commerce?
Harbor is the
Available.
busiest hub.
Ah.
As far as other busy hubs, the other one is the concourse, but that is pretty far behind you at this point. The others
So
are very
there's
small
likely
spits.
repair here, right?
Yes, at
Like-
Harbor. Harbor has everything. It is a big hub. You can pick up lots of letters to do word-bearing work. They most likely have a shipyard for repairs. Maybe not building ships like in Rusttown, but certainly they will have something that can repair your ship. Cloud Island, similarly, as they were running a pretty good steel and salvage operation, they have good ship repairs there also. But on the other spits that are close by, and those are a few days away, they may not have repair facilities at all, because the notes on spits are much messier. You all know spits can be there one week and gone the next week because they are just rubble that people have lashed together essentially that hasn't yet fallen into the tangle. So it's dicey.
So he'll gather everybody together and he will lay out some options. And he'll end with his suggestion, which is...
By the way, in
Okay.
between that happening, what would have happened is they would have seen you, Visha, and be like, oh my gosh, you're Visha of the Sun Scrapers. There is a statue of you in Harbor.
That's something. Why?
You're famous. I'm Liz. This is Mia and Taka. Nice to meet you. Please don't kill us or eat us. And take us somewhere away.
You found people. Are you injured? Do you need help?
Just some sleep. Maybe would be nice. Yes, sleep.
You sure? I can look you over if you need, or I can point you in the right direction.
No, just a quiet corner to sleep. There's a lot of holes in this ship.
Yeah, we need to get it repaired.
Oh, there's a lot of holes in your ship. Just saying.
Oh, Vesh, why don't we just salvage from their ship?
He nods to Aizuesco, who has a hand, I'm sure,
He's got an armful of stuff.
she's
I was
got
gonna
a bunch
say,
of
like,
stuff.
on
Yeah,
cue, she leaps back onto the ship with just armfuls of shit. Just
yeah.
What about the siding?
I would have had a sling bag also of stuff
Yeah.
too. I would have collected things.
Yeah, could you
and
guys
he'll mention-
make salvage or scavenge rolls for me?
I
Yeah.
got nothing in that, but she was just trying to be helpful.
No, I know.
She
Or
was just go instinct on that.
yeah.
I have a
that's fine.
5.
Okay.
Oh, I got
Triumph.
Hey!
Let's go.
Let's say combined, you get another crate full of lumber to repair your ship. So someone can feel free to add that to your ship inventory. And you find. Ooh, let me think. With the Triumph, you find. This is probably a treat for Skel. You find these high impact cannonballs that look like they are especially made for breaking ships apart. And I will say there are 4 of them. So these mechanically will give a greater impact when striking ships.
Even greater impact?
Even greater impact.
Oh boy.
Your face. For me?
Yeah.
Ships ain't standing a chance.
These ships.
Anyway,
These
you all
ships?
have gathered the crew. These refugees are finding their way into the bowels of your ship to find a quiet corner. You're just collecting people at this point, and Vesh sits
We
up,
do that.
opens the charts on the table, and lays out all the options.
Did you find a hacking object? We are still
Oh yeah,
stuck.
did we find something to get us unstuck? I forgot about that aspect.
I mean, don't you guys have anything that can saw stuff? Am I crazy in thinking
Well,
that...
didn't we make like a saw from like that? We took apart the outrider and
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was then. Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think you have something that can cut. So yes, like I think that that's a given
Oh yeah,
at this point.
isn't that how we attacked the ghost ship? Didn't you take the blade off the outrider and give it to Visha, and then she went ethereal and like
And used it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah. So
well, we were
Mm.
stuck in the other. We used it to get free from another stuck situation.
yeah.
We
Right?
keep
Yeah,
getting
you have something that you can use to get you free. It'll just require you hacking it off or finessing it off, whatever approach you want to. But yeah.
So Vesh is gonna say, "Look, if they have everything that we need here, if this is our best chance to find a shipyard and to get ourselves repaired and to potentially find opportunities to supply us for our journey going forward, I think we should go here." And he'll motion to oh my gosh, I'm blanking on the name
Harbor?
of
Harbor.
Yeah.
We can go see my statue.
didn't they say they didn't want to go to harbor? Sorry, did I
They,
miss
Yes.
something?
they did say
They
that.
did.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
okay.
They did.
And if they haven't gone, I know they said they wanted to sleep yet, but Vesh would have made sure that they're like, well, let's settle this before you go off to bed.
Okay, so they're still staying there. Yeah.
Yeah.
They say, "You want to go to harbor?" So, did I explain about the Garls?
What are Garls?
Mia will speak up. The Garls are the Bellows Garls. They are a bunch of very, very nasty looking constructs.
Okay.
They have armor and weapons, and they're not people.
Okay.
Oh, like literally?
Yes, literally not people.
How many of them are there?
They kind of look at each other. total?
Yes, what is the problem we're looking at here?
Are they hostile?
Maybe a few hundred. Are they hostile? Not all the time, but they are hostile when you try to liberate the island from them.
Wait, does anybody else actually live here? Who's actually inhabiting this place?
Harbor's population. I'm not a census taker, but at least a few thousand people.
What happened to your vessel?
The Garls destroyed it.
Oh,
Is that
Because-
the same for the other two?
Yep.
And that's because you attempted to liberate the people here.
Yeah, we heard about what bad people were on the Onyx Star, and, we were... In hindsight, it was a little bit silly since none of us really know how to fight, but we heard about the Spirit Root, and we said, if they're liberating towns, why can't we liberate our town? And...
oh, Vesh, we should help.
Hmm?
We should
We
help.
should- What do you mean by help? We should take on an army of constructs?
How hard could it be?
You know?
You just heard we're famous, apparently.
And you're quite fine coasting off of that reputation that we just learned of a few moments ago.
I mean, clearly, it happened because we're good at what we do. Obviously. And besides, we have Aizuesco, who can shock them to death, and Skel, who can shoot them to death.
Well, what did the Onyx Star do when they were here?
Well, the Onyx Star and its fleet of ships dropped off some Garls, and some more Garls came on ships, and they came to refuel, and that's about it. They didn't stay long. I think they were probably pretty pissed that we told them they couldn't dock.
Okay. But if they're working with the Garls, then there's some connection here that Aizuesco wants. So that is our goal.
Is this a tale of revenge? I love revenge tales.
It would make a good book.
She tries not to give herself away on that. In fact, I think she immediately sees an opportunity to go and grab a couple of these high impact cannonballs and bring them over to Skel, wordlessly handing them over.
Well, here's where my mind is at. We need ourselves repaired. We have business here. And it doesn't seem like they're looking for us explicitly. If we can keep a low profile, get our ship repaired, then we will go find any Garl that has connection to the Onyx Star, get that information, and we will leave. But our priority will be keeping our passengers safe and our crew happy.
Sounds like a great idea.
You hear from outside the window, "Great idea, Captain!" as Sprite very excitedly looks in.
Bapu.
So he looks to the new guest that he offered a passage to. Well, you're welcome with us, but I think we are going to harbor. So if you wish to remain aboard your vessel, that's up to you. We'll stop by and check on you before we leave.
The little Zealocray. Nah, don't feel like dying today. So, you got any food?
He'll gesture towards the food stores and where the kitchen is. Yes, welcome aboard.
Yep, we can cook. And they go off to the kitchen, all three of them. And I think that is a good place for us to take our break, as I'm pretty sure all of us gotta go piss girl. But we're gonna be back in about...
Carl?
Go piss
piss
girl.
That's what I thought you said.
Oh
it.
my-
The
I know.
Garls are there, and I was like,
Oh my
Gar-
god.
Garls?
The
The
Garls.
girls?
The Garls.
Oh my
Go piss Garls.
Yeah.
Garls.
We're gonna be
When he
back
first
in,
said it, I thought Frank was just saying girls with a little bit of stink
with
on it.
Garls.
A little bit of zest.
Some
Little
girls.
little
We'll be
bit of
back in
zest.
10 minutes.
Be
The
back.
zest for
See
the
you guys.
June. All right, see you in a bit.
Bye, Garls.
were taking a little bit to get some snacks and stuff, and then we got sidetracked. For any of you who want to talk to us about this topic, join our Discord, discord.gg/magicrpg. But what is your favorite Zenless character? We were talking about it, and we found out
Gotcha
that
games.
Chris's, we're talking about gacha games and how they always have good character design. And I was trying to figure out which ZZZ girl would be Chris's favorite. And at first I thought it was the one with the bulbous shark tail. And he's like, the tail just doesn't work for me. But then we determined that there were a few options that worked. But if you want to talk to us about gacha games and their good character design, you should join our Discord. And if any of you have played Neverness to Everness and know if it's actually good or not, because everyone's told me it's really good, let me know. I want to try it eventually. You know, I'm always down for a waifu MMO, so we love a waifu. Find out together. Other announcements that are not completely ridiculous, thirsty, or totally off the wall. We are back with all of our games this week. Oh my God, what was that? Back with all of our games this week. We have Heirs of Honor on Thursday, and then Blood Money, which has been off for a year and a half or so, is back on Friday. If you haven't caught up, you have time to catch up still. YouTube.com/magicrpg to catch up before it is time. Hello, CoGM. And to make sure you join us for both of those games. I might be guesting this week. I don't know. Don't tell anyone on that show. It's all right. None of them are watching.
On what? On what show?
What?
Oh, on Thursday. Oh, on Friday.
Well,
and
thank you, Sparrow.
Thank you, Sparrow. You all have decided on a particular course of action where you are going to go to Harbor and do something about the Garls.
Where them Garls at?
I was thinking it. I was feeling it. Thank you for speaking my
I don't
mind.
think we have committed to any revolutions. All right,
No, you're just going to check out the situation.
We are getting our ship repaired first, and we're not starting any shit until that is taken care of.
All right.
And then we might start a little shit and then book it out of here really quickly.
Okay.
That might be the plan.
Cool. All right. Could you all just give me... Well, that's not the right music. Let's try this one. Could you all tell me how you were disconnecting yourself from this ship?
Buzzsaw. Just
sheer force of
So that's probably a hack, maybe instinct if one of you wants to do it, or teeth. Probably teeth, hack and teeth. Any of you good at that?
I have no hack.
Let me look.
I'm not a hacker.
I'm a
hacker
rattler.
either.
You know, I could rattle. I can't hack.
rattle we could make a case for dislodging, maybe
see.
in a different way.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say iron and break because that's a
break
big
works.
change for Aizu.
Break actually works.
Oh, then do that.
She did not have that before.
Go ahead.
643.
All right, triumph. No
Let's
issues.
go.
Just and as you do this, this poor ship falls down the trees into the sink, and you continue the brief journey westward to.
While
Go ahead.
while Aizuesco is on the other ship or on our ship, cutting it,
Mm-hmm.
cutting the other ship off our hull.
Mm-hmm.
Skel is going to go to Vesh.
Vesh will be busy like piling up some rope or doing something on deck when you approach him. Skel?
I'm just gonna throw this in here real quick. There's a
Yeah.
distinct like thunder rumble now from that particular lightning
Oh.
situation.
Oh, did you lightning strike the ship?
Yeah, that was the plan.
Oh,
She
love to
didn't
see
like
it.
call lightning down, but it was just like,
like super static. Like you pushed it
Mm.
off.
yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, I feel like we all feel that in the air. Like there's like it just like permeates and gives everybody pause for a second as we process that.
Captain, what are we doing?
What do you mean, Skel? Generally, specifically, right now?
The Garls destroyed 3 ships. They are in... What is the word? Teams with the Onyx Star.
That's correct.
Our ship has damage. We are damaged. What if a fight was to break out? We are not saviors, Captain.
I agree. No, your concern is noted, Skel.
Young
That's why I
blood.
wanted to.
Young blood is not well. He cries in his sleep. I hear him.
Well, I can have a talk with him. See if we can help him out a bit. Or maybe it is time we found a stop for him. If that's what he wants.
Is it wise to go to harbor?
I think it's our best option. Skel. I wanted us to convene and discuss the different merits of perhaps taking a risk at one of these spits, but we both know there's no guarantee that there's going to be the facilities there to repair our vessel. So either we're careful now, where we know that there's going to be a rattlehand that can take a look at this ship, or we gamble and we're careful with this ship with a giant hole in the side of it, with a non-functioning outrider and a non-functioning cannon, right? The cannon on the top deck is also still like taken apart, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I acknowledge the risks that you are bringing to me.
If you think it is wise, I will not object. But I don't know how much more we can muster. If the Gnarls are teamed up with the Onyx Star, they are probably aware of us.
That's something to consider. It didn't seem to me that the Garls are necessarily some unified force that's dealing with the Onyx Star. I mean, the Onyx Star was still turned away by the people here, right?
I thought the little Ectis said the Onyx Star dropped off gnarls at harbor.
They
That is
weren't
what-
allowed to.
That is what they said.
Yes, I remember that as well. But also that they weren't allowed to take port.
Mm.
So there may be some gnarls that are on the lookout for us, which is why I suggest we take a low profile. If you think that they might all be working together, I guess I hadn't fully considered that. But it seems unlikely from my read.
We'll just have to wait and see, Captain.
Well, I want you to voice your opinions if there's something that you don't agree with.
I think somewhere safer would be a better option. Somewhere that hadn't just destroyed 3 vessels.
Mm.
They have firepower. I saw the corpses on the deck.
I saw them too. And you see him sincerely contemplating what you're suggesting. Are we alone? Did we go off from? Or is everybody else still there?
I think he was trying to talk to you alone. If correct me
He
if I'm
was,
wrong.
yes.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Why didn't you bring this up when we were with the crew?
I didn't want to worry the new stowaways.
Hmm.
I don't want to leave them to die.
Well,
But-
me either.
But we are already at capacity. With Yatlao, Needle, Youngblood, and Sprite.
My thoughts mirror yours there. But we're only a few days away from another spit. My initial thought was hopefully we could take them to harbor. But if they want to go a 3-day journey, I think that's as far as we can realistically offer them.
However, I would like to see this statue of Visha they have.
Yeah, I'm also keen to witness that. Although I honestly, a part of me also hopes that we don't see it because I don't think that we'll hear the end of it from Visha.
She must be famous.
Sure.
That is all, Captain.
Thank you, Skel. And yeah, he'll leave with determination. And you could say that this meetings that we've been having and these past discussions, you know, Vesh is listening. He wants your opinions and he's asking questions, but there's a little less indecisiveness. There's a little bit of a take charge attitude that he's starting to develop, and almost like he's not. You almost get the sense that he's not happy about it. is not something's not sitting right with it.
Okay. Where is your heading, Captain?
We're going to harbor.
To harbor we go. Somewhere in the back of your head, as you're sending the wheel in the direction of this island, you hear your parents' and grandparents' voice and the voice of your friends back home. Why would you go on this silly quest? You're going to fail. And just in the back of your head. As you approach harbor, for all of you, this is perhaps the biggest island you have ever seen. Imagine something as grand as Mount Fuji in our world, but cover with trees on the outside and even on a lot of places on the surface of it itself. Welcome, Raiders. We're playing some Wildsea.
Hello.
Hey, hello.
Come on
Hi,
in.
hi.
It is an enormous mountain, bigger than Hearthstone.
Okay.
And you see dozens of ships in port. You see buildings surrounded by lush green trees. You see farms decorating all around it. It then hits you, Visha. It looks different than you remember, but you have been here before.
Yay!
It
Do I remember
wasn't-
anything else?
Yes, it wasn't something that really held a lot of your memory because you were voyaging so many other places. But you stopped here and you actually did some clinic work here, and you were able to help do some medical work, mainly physical injuries, but also a few illnesses for about 12 people. And for you, that's just kind of what you do. But as you get closer, you see an enormous statue in the mountaintop. And I'm talking, this thing is 50 feet high. And it is
You're Christ the Redeemer.
yeah, kind of. Right? And it is Visha holding a book, which you assume to be either a medical journal or a book of recipes or something, with some medical apparatus around her neck and in her pockets. It towers over most of the island. It doesn't go as high as the mountain itself, but kind of like juts out of the middle of it and it kind of looms over.
That is really extreme.
I don't know. It doesn't really look like her to me, does it?
Big Visha.
The baby. As opposed to little.
As you get close, you hear a voice on the loudspeaker. Unknown vessel, please report to dock 107. Post haste.
All right. Vesh will acknowledge it and make his way to the helm, and he'll gather the crew again, or at least whoever is within
You've got
range here.
a very large. It is getting real crowded on the spirit route. You got Youngblood,
Yeah.
you got Needle, you got Lao, you got Sprite.
No, I mean the core crew. The core crew,
Yeah,
not,
you
not,
got
not the
Marcus,
whole, not the whole
and you got
ship.
3 stowaways all in there. I'm just saying, got 13 people.
I just mean
on
the
this ship now.
party
I got you. I got
are
you.
the people. And oh, I blanked on what I was gonna say there.
You're gathering them together, and you're gonna tell them to be careful, or don't
Yeah.
engage, or you're not here to start
yeah,
a revolution.
we are going to give a different name for the ship. That's what it is.
Okay.
We are not, just in case, we are not going to claim, when they ask us what the name of this vessel is, we are not going to say the Spirit Route.
Got it.
Sound good?
Why not?
Just some safety precaution.
Well, clearly they like the spirit route. It's what I was on when I was here before.
Still, we just want to keep as low profile as possible. That's even more of a reason to give a different name.
Oh.
Just in case they're working with the Garls.
The Garls.
She'll put little the little fur wrap around her shoulders. It'd come up into a little hood.
There.
It's a good idea. Yes, we should all have some sort of concealed garb.
Yeah, you
But
guys
Skel is
gonna all
always
try to
concealed.
don some disguises? Is that what's happening?
Just inconspicuous,
I got you.
especially
Just
for those of
hood
us that
down.
apparently have a reputation now.
Yes.
You know, we might want to be a little careful.
Okay. As you get close enough where you can actually see people, it is a city unlike anything you all have ever seen before. And the estimate of a few thousand is probably accurate. There are people everywhere doing every kind of job that you would see in a city. The streets kind of flow in a straight line up the mountain and then kind of have, in some cases, staircases leading up, but in a lot of cases, just paths leading up the mountain. It looks like it's been further developed in some areas and underdeveloped in others. You see people carrying water, people carrying food, people carrying goods, storefronts, everything you can imagine. But in addition to the people that you see dozens, if not hundreds, of, I don't know if you all can see it, but the audience can see it, and if you check the stream, you see these little automatons everywhere.
I love them.
Oh, hello.
They all have
Kinda
different sorts of weapons, some of them equipped with hooks like this, some of them with swords, some of them with what looks like some sort of a firearm strapped to their arms. Not all of them have eye patches, though many of them do, but all of them have this kind of bellows apparatus and a bag inflating from it, and it just kind of open and shuts, pumping air into them. And as you dock, 2 of them come and go to greet you at the gangplank.
All right. I guess let's gather everybody together for the meeting here. Just
Gathering all 13 of you.
No. When I say everybody, I mean
You just mean the
us.
4 of you. Okay.
I mean the 4 of us.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would make sure that we're all attending here, and we'll be in file as we march up to meet them. And I'll be very politely extending my hand out and saying a welcome or a hello.
What is the name of your vessel, meatbags?
Damn. Not the. Okay.
He'll look around for a moment. The Heartstone.
One moment, please. And you see it gets its hand and it reaches like somewhere into like not quite clothing, but scraps. And it pulls out a punch card. And then it puts the punch card. Welcome, Heartstone meatbags. Your ship looks like it's in need of repair. Is it in need of repair?
That's correct. We would love to negotiate for a trade of services.
Do you have scrap metal, oil, other substances?
Absolutely.
metal.
We have a variety of offerings. He'll leave it relatively vague for now.
Splendid. Please report your salvage and trade. We will notify the Repairs Guild. Welcome to Harbor Meatbags.
Nice to meet you. So-
Garl. You can call us Garl.
Girl. Hey, girl.
Then
Yes,
I will.
Carl.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Garl.
You see them kind of look at Visha. Yes. Good day. And then they march off away from the ship. And you see them start to tether and tie it off.
All right. Well, that seemed to go pretty smoothly, actually.
Easy.
Exactly as planned.
Why did we lie?
Just in case any of the Garl that are working with the Onyx Star are on the lookout for our ship.
I see.
Whoops, I rolled on
Is
your
that
sheet.
is that okay, Skel?
Yes. I am not opposed to lying. I just wanted to make sure we were on the same
Branch.
mind.
Well, I don't love that we're lying, but it seems to be the most prudent course of action to take sometimes. For our
As long
safety.
as we're safe and we know that we should not refer to the vessel as its original name.
I think we can all do that. And we will make efforts to inform the rest of the passengers of the name of the ship before they get up on deck.
Okay. Could I have everyone, if you have this skill and edge, instinct and sense,
What if you only have instinct?
then just roll instinct.
I have neither.
That's
I
a
have-
1.
I have sense. I can roll that.
Okay. That's a conflict for Aizuesco, conflict for Visha. You two notice there is a small ardent girl who is kind of peering around some buildings in the harbor, and it's like you would imagine many of the other harbors you've been to. There's a harbor master at a booth. In addition to the Garls, there are humans here in the harbor, but you see this little girl kind of like peering around the corner at you and your ship, and then you see her sprint off further into the city. You don't
we
really
think
know
that-
what that's about, but your spidey senses are going off a little bit.
Do we think that was bad? Should we chase after that child?
We should keep an eye on the ardent child. Chasing seems suspicious.
Okay.
Counterpoint?
What if we walked really quickly?
I will do my best.
I'm gonna go follow that very suspicious child who was just looking at our ship for a prolonged amount of time.
I
you need me.
will keep Visha company.
That sounds like a plan.
You can use hunt. You could use outwit.
Hmm.
You
What
could
do
use
you-
vault. And then grace as an edge, maybe instinct as an edge, veils as an edge. All apply here. Both of you who are following this small child.
I was thinking, stop me if you've heard me say this one before. I was thinking sense, not just to see if I can find her, but also if I can see if anyone is watching us tail her.
I was also going to ask for sense.
I was thinking instinct sense personally.
I will
but-
say, I will allow you. Let me think. I will allow sense, but it'll be lesser impact, essentially lower
Fair.
effect for you Blades veterans.
Yes, yes.
But the edges still apply, unless you think there's another edge that
532
makes sense. Okay.
from me.
Okay.
Oh, I got 2 2s.
Ooh, disaster with a twist.
Oh no.
Don't like that, Mr. Krabs.
I am not feeling it.
Let me think for a second.
How about Visha just gets a slight tummy ache and just goes back on the ship?
I like that.
Um,
Damn.
What I will say
Too
is,
real?
Aizuesco, you notice a lot of attention on you.
Mhm.
Every person, whether human, ardent, Mothrin, Ectus, Zelicray, all the different types of creatures, and they're all present here at this port.
Dang,
They-
didn't name Ketra. I see how it is.
Ketra, everything, every
It'd be
type
like
of
that, huh?
person, all people.
Mhm.
They all notice you. They all look at you. They might not all stare for elongated periods of time, but some do stare.
Why would be? Damn.
Visha. Let me see.
Yeah. What are you doing that music for?
You're back in the building. You see yourself on the spirit root, bound again, fire overcoming you, watching your friends being executed in front of you, looking at Marcus crying and begging to be let go, watching your brother be thrown overboard, and then once again feeling yourself plummet over the side of the ship once again. It comes in flashes. It's a bit overwhelming. You feel yourself fall to your knees. And then you realize, no, it's not here. That's not here. You're here. You're in harbor. There's a giant statue of you up there, but you can't shake the feeling that something bad, something awful is about to happen. But you're pretty sure whatever it is, you can deal with it, right? Probably.
Totally.
She kinda-
Aizuesco, yeah, you see this happen where Visha falls to her knees for a moment and then kind of snaps out of it.
She would go to. It's pretty quick that she falls, and then she takes one little knee up, and just like,
Sorry, that was a really rough and bumpy patch.
You can see just all four ink blots squinting at you, like she's trying to determine if she's buying it or not.
yes, you tripped.
But then, like, her head kind of whips back in the direction of where that kid was running, because, like, that's too much time split off of her attention.
Mm-hmm.
And so she, I think, prioritizes that over the attention and what's going on with Visha right now.
Yeah.
She would get up and follow you.
And I am going
Dust
to
her
make
wings
a
off.
clock.
Uh-oh.
Is it a
Ooh.
juicy clock?
Juicy.
So there's
Juicy
two
ellipses.
clocks. There is a tracking the girl clock, which is going to be 4 ticks. And there
Not to be confused with the
is
Garl.
Drawing, yes, tracking the girl and drawing the Garls is
yes.
the other clock.
Mm.
And
A
we are
slippery
going
slope.
to tick the drawing the Garls clock and also tracking the girl clock, as your display has given unwanted attention.
Are there Garl girls?
Girl
From what you
Garls?
can tell, the
Girl
Garls
Garls?
don't
Garls?
seem to have gender or sex. They seem to be
That's fair.
very much sexless, genderless automatons
I
that
see.
seem to be made for killing.
Mm.
I skip over to Vesh. Just out of habit, you kind of feel at your letters, and you realize as you're here, you received a letter from Shale that you still have not answered. And it occurs to you as you are making your way to the post, as you always do, that she wrote you and you have not yet written back. In addition to that, you do have a few letters to drop off here at the post, just by way of this being a very large hub and a good exchange point for, ships going in other directions. But that just comes to you like, oh my God, I haven't written her back and it's been like a week.
Oh, what was the last thing that she said to me?
It was basically her asking is it true that you conquered the concourse? Like, that's been on the danger
Right.
list for years. Like, raiders wouldn't go near it. Is it true? And then, like, also asking, like, what have you seen out there? What have you learned?
He'll write a response back. He'll take time to write the
Yeah,
response.
you can send me
before
that
going
later.
there. Yeah.
When you think about it.
But he'll also look to pick up any messages, especially any lucrative offers that might be towards the direction that they're going. I mean, especially if there's something going near the conflagration, like I'm sure it'll be rare, but it'll be just as rare to get a messenger who's going out that way. So if there are any messages that might be
Yeah.
lucrative for me.
So you head over to the posts, and it is a large building. It is 2 stories. Inside, there is a catwalk that essentially like has lockers, or kind of like you would see, what's like PO boxes above that all are locked and sealed. Inside, there are several counters with different attendants, people, not Garls. But there are also Garls, and you all notice this. There's Garl guards everywhere in Harbor. So there is a Garl at the door of the post. And you go up and you see a very, I guess I would say, slender and kind of diminutive looking Zealocray, with, I think, 5 arms. And they come to you and say, "Yes, word bearer."
Any messages going my way?
Where
And
is
he'll explain-
your direction, traveler?
And he will describe the general direction that he's going. Northwest
Northwest, yeah.
towards the conflagration. And basically the farther out the better. But anything in the path along the way as well.
And you see, you say that, and she kind of cocks her head at you. And then her hand goes into her pocket and pulls out a key. "One moment, please." And she turns around and opens a box. And she grabs a few different letters. Some of them are packages with some kind of little bit heavier than normal content in them, and hands you a pile of things. And as you like are about to grab them and put them in her pack, she then grabs some additional letters that are addressed to you. It says, "You're Vesh of the... these are for you to be read by you."
Okay. I will take these. He's a little surprised, and he reaches his hands out and grabs the offered items.
Okay. Be sure to read those quickly. Time is money, please, and have a wonderful day. Next.
And he'll take his stuff and step aside and make his way back.
Those are all for you, Captain.
I'm sure there's a mistake here.
Not all of them were, just 3 of them were for you, but she did
Oh.
hand you a very large pile of things, yeah.
Okay.
Do you get paid for letters?
Oh, I did not mention this. Yeah, they would have given you. You can kind of decide. We can hand wave it for now, but a small amount of salvage in exchange for delivering and picking things up. You can kind of determine that. Have a think about what you want, but yes, you would get paid in salvage.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was also asking about if there are any that are far out, because usually those might pay
Yeah,
more,
those pay more.
right?
Yeah, we won't.
Far
I
out,
won't go
man.
with the haggling back and forth because that's not as interesting. But yeah, we'll figure that out.
Yeah. So I need to sort through these, and that's my job, my duty.
So you do get salvage.
Yes. It's not always a lot, especially for just a standard message, a letter, a note, a reassurance.
It's actually Needle who will come up to you as you both talking, and Needle will just kind of interrupt their way into the conversation. Yeah, but that's not really why word bearers go into this now, is it, Captain?
No, I guess not.
The journey is the reward for most of them.
Where I'm from, it's all about what you can produce. What value can you bring to the rest of your people? So being a word bearer, it's an important job, yes. If you don't have one, it's sorely needed. But it's not the most glamorous of jobs. It doesn't provide a lot of opportunity. So it really is more of a calling.
One of the most noble ones, I say.
No. The council at home would disagree with you.
Yeah, but what do Hearthstone Raiders know about anything, eh?
Well, they know some.
Damn.
Alright, fuck you, Needle. You know,
Fuck me, I guess, Needle. What the hell?
dropping truth bombs over here.
You kind of can get from his tone he's resentful, but even though you might take that personally, you can also tell he wasn't aiming that at you
So I
necessarily.
took that personally.
Damn, maybe mind your own business, Needle. How about that?
Look, it's
Letter building. She knew you.
Did she know me or did I introduce myself?
You did not introduce yourself. She knew you.
I didn't even pick up on that.
Boop, boop.
Oh, I guess she did know me. That's that's a bit strange.
We should be extra careful.
Yes, you're right. Maybe we were a bit more well known than I imagined. I thought maybe that was a bit of an exaggeration. I didn't expect. Did you expect the statue to be 50 meters tall?
No, I expected Visha-size Visha statue.
I thought something more reasonable.
It is glorious.
It does. It looks exactly like her. So
Maybe there's a spit with a Vesh statue on it.
Oh God. I hope not.
We can make one.
No, that's fine. If you have any crafting urges or the need to create something, we can work on a new rigging or fixing the giant hole in the ship.
We have the materials. Let's focus on the whole.
Yeah. Focus on the whole.
I do hope Aizuesco and Visha are okay. If someone recognized you, Captain, someone can recognize them.
Are you gonna open that, Captain?
In what, my letters?
Yeah, they got your name on them.
Well, yes, of course I'm going to open them. I just was going to maybe go into my cat. All right, yeah, fine. And he rips them open and pulls one out. And yeah, he'll read it to himself at first, but just to make sure that it's nothing crazy. But if it's not anything immediately crazy, he'll start reading it out loud.
It's not what you expected. You don't know what you were expecting, but this wasn't it. The first one... Actually, let me think about Vesh's backgrounds. Do study and tides for me, Vesh.
A 6.
At first, you're no idea what this is, but then you realize it was like paper folded on itself, and you realize these are blueprints. And
all 3 of them?
No, just the first one, just the first letter. It's blueprints. And because you rolled a triumph, you're like looking at this and you realize it's a blueprints to a Garl. The second letter you open, and 3 punch cards are inside with nothing else.
Okay. Nothing written on the punch card?
Just 3 punch cards with nothing written on them.
All right.
And then the third letter says, "We've been waiting for you. Please help us. You're our only hope."
So as he's like starting to read these, he gets to that last one, and he does not read that one out loud. He just goes. He reads it quickly to himself, folds it up, puts everything all together neatly, and puts it away in one of his pouches. All right. Strange letters.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? Well, I'm gonna go check on Youngblood. He seemed like he was doing a lot better. And Needle walks off.
All right. I think maybe we might actually have a problem here.
Shall I find the other 2?
Yes, I think we should get back to the ship as quickly as possible and talk about our options here.
And we are going to stop there as Visha and Aizuesco are chasing after a young girl in the street to destination unknown. You have just been given a covert message, and you are in a strange situation of allies and enemies all at once, and aren't sure what any of it all means yet. But we will find out probably next week. If you just came on a raid, thank you for coming in on the raid. You can follow the stream if you enjoyed it. If you have no idea what was going on, youtube.com/MadGRPG will show you all of the old episodes of this show and others. Thursdays, we have the penultimate episode of Heirs of Honor, and then Friday, we have the return of Blood Money after a very long time. And then we will be back again next Tuesday for more Breath Between Branches. That's it. Until next time, I hope you all enjoyed. I hope players, you all had a fun time, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye, everyone. Have a good
Bye.
night.
Bye.
Have a good night. See you later this week.
꿀먹